During the World War and roaring 1920s, it was the heyday of music hall entertainment. Ivan Menzies and Elsie Griffin had a registry office wedding between two shows in March 1921, and their daughter Mahala Menzies was born in 1923. Elsie Griffin was considered the most famous entertainer of her generation. Her background could hardly have been more different to that of Ivan Menzies. In 1914, she won an Eisteddfod Award and joined Leonard Ashwell's company touring the Western Front in 1916. Renowned lyricist Fred Weatherby was so impressed by the beauty of her voice, he composed two songs, Danny Boy and Roses of Picardy, for her. Her performances of these songs became hugely popular with the troops, though sadly no original recording has survived. In 1919, she starred in an acclaimed production of HMS Pinafore. Elsie Griffin was hailed as a prima donna by journalists, who reported, "She sings every note dead in its centre, clear as a whistle, sung with a mastery which has never been bettered." There's no doubt that Ivan and Elsie's careers overlapped between 1917 and 19. Ivan was singing as a pater baritone, meaning he had small parts, and he was understudy for aging principal comedians in post-war shows. Their enduring duets in the 1926 performance of The Mikado was a huge success with the British public. He as Coco and she as Young Young. For this production, actors were attired in spectacular Charles Ricketts costumes, based on traditional Japanese designs. When preparing the 1926 Mikado for the DOyly Carte production, Ricketts gave an interview to the press, claiming, "Little was previously known about Japanese dress. I'd chosen a period, round about 1720, when the national costume was especially bright and gay. Increased artistic effect alone justifies the heavy expense." During this period, Ivan and Elsie were at the height of their popularity and extensively toured overseas between 1925 and 1934. After the war, they joined the new DOyly Carte repertory, and from 1931 worked with the J.C. Williamson, Gilbert and Sullivan Company. J.C. Williamson was the main theatrical agency in Australia, owning and leasing many theatres and attracting notable artists. One cause of unhappiness in Ivan and Elsie Griffith's marriage was their differing artistic temperaments. Ivan, wearing his Menzies kilt and whiling away summer weekends in 1934, salmon fishing in Scotland. Elsie arranged for her parents to care for their daughter Mahala while she returned to the London stage. When J.C. Williamson offered Ivan a place as their principal comedian, Ivan had no hesitation. He accepted and embarked once more for Australia. Australians took Ivan Menzies to their hearts. His triumph was immediate. He took a flat and was intensely happy, giving parties and always surrounded by a bevy of pretty girls. Around this time, Ivan noticed an advertisement for the sale of Bedara Island, 4 miles off the coast of Queensland. He bought the Coral Island for £500 and dreamt up a scheme to develop the property with Dr. Barnardo's orphans. In December 1934, Ivan encountered Peggy Williams of the Oxford Group, which is also known as the Movement for Moral Rearmament. Their core principles are unselfishness and honesty. This was the moment when Ivan Menzies announced to his fans and the Australian press, "I am a changed man."